I will show you how to use RStudio, and from there we will create projects, and then we will proceed to estimate linear models. So I'll open RStudio now. And to make it simple, I will install a package called use this. I already have this, but I'm showing all the steps from zero. And inside the install packages function, I open quotes, I type use this, it's the name of the package. This is something that you need to do one time and one time only. And now the program is asking us to install a binary or the source version. The binary, it's like the pizza that you buy from the restaurant, it's ready. While the source is like going to the supermarket to buy the flour, eggs, yeast, etc., and then bake the pizza yourself. So we won't do that, so we select no. And even if this installs an older version, because the binary version here is older, we shouldn't care about that. And when it's ready, we type library, use this to have the library in memory. That's it. And now use this provides different functions such as use R to create a script. And there are other functions such as create project, for example. That's to create a project. But before creating the project, we will use the function edit R profile. And this function opens a file that contains user configurations for R. And in this R profile, I intentionally deleted my R profile before starting the video. Here I will type library, use this to load, use this every time I open RStudio. And then I save with Control S or CMD S on a Mac. And that's it. Now I will create a project. And I go back to the console and I will type create project. Then I hit enter. I open quotes and I will put this in home. Home is the tilde symbol. In the case of Mac or Linux, it points to a specific folder, which is a home/my username. And on Windows, it points to C:/documents/my username. And R understands this symbol, the tilde, regardless of the operating system where we are working. So this will be home, my documents folder. And I will create a project inside downloads. And then I will type a name for the project, use this and LM, with dashes and without blank spaces to keep it simple. And this step is important because if you use special characters or white spaces, etc., or blank spaces, then when you share your code with others, sometimes there are problems. If you use special characters like A with accentuation marks or E or any vocal with accentuation marks, that will lead to problems. So keep it simple. So now I create the project and this will reopen RStudio and now I am in a project. So if I minimize this window, the previous window in the top just said RStudio and the new window says use this on LM RStudio, and it's because I'm inside a project. In this new project in the console, if I type get wd to get the working directory, it's already in my user folder. That's where I have all my documents. and it's inside downloads, and in downloads there is a new folder called use this and LM. The advantage of using projects is that I forgot about setting the working directory, and it didn't matter. And from now on, I can forget about using setwd or getwd. Now I will use use these functions. So I will type use underscore r, and I will open quotes, and I will create a new script, linear model example one, without extension, and then press enter, and use this. I've already created an R folder inside my project. By the way, projects are folders that have this file with an R project extension, and then you open this R project file from Finder or from the File Explorer, and that's it. And inside the R folder, now I have my example, and all my codes will be organized inside this folder. Let's start with the empty cars table. This table comes with R, so I don't need to read any CSV files or anything. And this table contains information about fuel consumption for different vehicles and their attributes, such as the weight of the vehicle. Now we will estimate a linear model with the LM function, which stands for linear model. I will open parentheses, and there I will type miles per gallon tilde weight. And then I have to specify the dataset. So I will write data equals empty cars with final S. Now if I go to the end of the line and press Ctrl Enter or CMD Enter, this will give me the estimated coefficients for a linear model. And if we inspect the slope for the weight of the vehicles, we realize that the heavier the vehicle, the lower the fuel consumption will be, because the miles per gallon will be lower. Before continuing, we need an explanation about this formula. This MPE tilde weight, it's a formula and uses the tilde, but in a different context. Now the tilde doesn't mean the home directory or the user directory. In the context of a formula, it means something really specific that I will decompose now. So I will insert a hash to add a comment. Comments or commented lines, when I run a selection or a full script, are not executed, are ignored by RStudio. So inside my comment, I will explain this, and I will type mpg tilde wt means mpg underscore I, that means miles per gallon observation I, which is an observation, is any of the rows in this table. So here we have mpg underscore 1, observation 1, then we have mpg underscore 2, observation 2, or second row in this case, and so on and so forth. And this is equal to A plus B times weight underscore I, the weight of the observation I, plus an error term. If we run our model again, R is estimating an intercept and is also estimating the slope for the weight. And in the formula we never specified to estimate the intercept. And it's because the formula, it's a compact form to express the linear model. I will proceed to copy and paste my previous model. And now I will add a +0, which means do not estimate the intercept. In that case, the intercept will be 0. And I can also type -1, which also removes the intercept from the estimation. I will select all the lines that I have for the models, and I can obtain the estimations with Control Enter, and that's it. So if now I expand the panel, I have the estimation for the first model with intercept, then the second model without intercept, and then the third model also without intercept. Besides pressing Ctrl Enter, I can also select something with the mouse and press the Run button. And if I need to run all my script, I can click on Source. That's it. And if I don't like to click the Source button, I can go to the console and type Source. And because I'm inside a project, I just type R/ and the name of the file, linear model example 1. Important, when you are writing something in the console or in a script, you can type something like lin and then press tab and it will autocomplete. And if there's one suggestion, it's automatic. If there are two or more, it displays a small window to select which file you want to put in your command. Then I press enter and it runs all the script. Now, if I want to store this as objects, I can store the first model as fit1 with the arrow, then fit2, then fit2, and fit3. Important, the arrow, I type inequality and dash. You can also press Alt minus for the shortcut. So now I can select everything and run the selection. And now I have stored my outputs in memory. So now I can use these objects, for example, within a summary. So I can type summary fit1, and this provides more information about the statistical properties of the model. We will go back to this in a posterior video. And I can also save my objects, so I can type here create underscore, use directory, not create directory, and open quotes and type data. And this will create a new folder data to store my datasets. The advantage of this function compared to dir.create is that I can run this 2 times, 3 times, and it won't give you any warnings. And I can also create something like, let's say, data2 slash subfolder slash subfolder. And it will create any folders required to create a complete structure. And you don't need to append any additional arguments or anything. With dir.create, you need to specify additional arguments to get this running. So now I will write save RDS. This means to save an object in R format. So I will save fit1. I could also save fit2. It's okay. And then in quotes, I will type DA, then I press tab. And this is the window I mentioned before. I will save this in data just data, not data2, and save this as fit1.rds and run that line. Why is this important? Then I can close RStudio, reopen it, reopen the project. Let's say I close my project now, and now I can go to File, Recent Projects, and reopen my project. Or just go to the File Explorer and open that from Finder or any software that you use to explore your folders. Now I have my project reopened, and now if I go to Data, I have the model that I saved before, and I can open it. I can open it graphically by clicking it, and now I have it in memory, or I can do something like, let's say, fit1 reread to respecify the name of the object, and write read RDS, and then data fit1. See, here I also autocomplete. I just typed F and then tab, and I autocomplete my file name. So with this, I can run the selection, and I have my model uh, stored in a new object. So now I can type summary fit1, and to see if it's the same, I can get a summary for what I just read a second time. And the slopes are okay. Yes, and it's the same. I'll make another video and we will resume this topic. Thank you. And don't forget, save your scripts with Ctrl S. Yes, when you don't save, the name of the script in the tab is highlighted and with a star at the end. So now if I add 1 plus 1 and then I press Ctrl S, then the highlighting turns off, and that's okay. Thank you.